Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is officially out now. Now, I was sitting through this movie really because I enjoy the show as a whole. But when it comes to things like this, it made me wonder, how many shows are going to go out the way that Downton Abbey just went out? Are they going to start to bring these movie-style films to the screen? Or are we going to get longer time runs on a traditional network? Now, going into this, I was excited a little bit because it had been advertised. I kind of got caught up on some things that I haven't seen in a little bit. But going into this, I was ready. I knew what to kind of expect, but when it finally got here, it was entertaining to say the least. Now, this is going to follow a lot of a central plot of a marriage. It's already out there, but I don't really want to discuss a lot of the main issue within the movie. But there is a marriage situation. There is a issue of financials, and it all kind of comes to play. And Lady Mary is at the center of the story. Now, one thing that I want to point out when it comes to things like this, I understand that the goal was to provide a final bit of closure. And I think they do. You get to laugh a little bit. You get to see the seriousness of situations. But I also realized that when you are bringing in a show to the big screen for a end of an era, so to speak, you are going to have people that still feel like they are sitting at home. And that is a problem that I found with this film. Nothing about the movie, but what I really realized was that people that have watched the show when it comes to being in a theater still do not have the respect of others in there watching. And it was very evident. We had people talking. We had people trying to narrate what was going on. We had one person that took it upon herself to really have a conversation with herself out loud while it was on the screen. And I found that to be a little odd, but ultimately very distracting. But that does not take away from the center point of this film. And I think doing this style gave you an opportunity to just sit back and watch what you have grown to love over the years finally come to an end. And when you were looking at Lady Mary and some of the other characters involved, you are going to see where their kind of closure comes from. And so one thing I enjoyed was there was a lot of moments of happiness. There was a lot of moments of sadness in a sense, but there was also a lot of questioning of decisions that were being made. And I think that is what allowed this grand finale to kind of just come to an end and bring a bit of closure to what people have grown to love. And so I think even when you're looking at something like this that has been out for a while, it is going to draw more people to want to go see the show. I think people are going to sit there and watch what is on the screen if they've not seen it before and kind of wonder, what else did I miss leading up to the grand finale? Now, going back to what I said about TV shows bringing things to the big screen. For me personally, after experiencing what I've seen today, I think as far as making it longer, I think that's a good idea. I think that is something that is going to be able to let more of the story come out. People are going to be able to sit down and enjoy it for a longer period of time. However, the con side of it was what I just discussed, and that is people thinking that we want to listen to them narrate. that we want to listen to them bring on these conversations and weird laughter that doesn't need to be in certain scenes. And that is something that definitely brought down this experience. Now, for overall rating, I think a lot of people are rating it out of 10. But for me, it's a 4.5 out of 5. It was something that was fun to watch. It was a good way to close everything. And it is definitely one of those I feel like people are going to gravitate to. So the grand finale of Downton Abbey is out now. If you have a chance, go and watch it. I highly recommend a later showing if you don't want to be around people. I know I saw it around 4-ish, and I was the youngest person in the audience for this film. So that was definitely an experience. Good overall, but there's some issues with shows concluding on the big screen. So Downton Abbey, I highly recommend it. If you are a fan of the show, you will definitely enjoy it. But stay tuned for more reviews coming this weekend. Go check out The Long Walk. That review is out now. Hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more, and I will talk to you all later.